Warning, Prospect Watch is not your average hockey podcast, and that's okay with us. Our goal is to introduce you to stars in the making from all over the world. They may not be household names yet, but we assure you they will be soon enough. Welcome to Prospect Watch. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next edition of Prospect Watch with your host, Lance Green.
All right, guys, back again. Welcome to Prospect Watch, a podcast that focuses solely on the discovery and promotion of some of the best young talent in the game today from all reaches of the world. I'm your host, Lance Green, and of course, joining me is Steel. Steel, how are you?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, Lance, we got another amazing talent sitting in here with us on the show, and I'm just chomping at the bit here, buddy. Holy smokes.
Yes, for sure. This week's guest is none other than 17-year-old Ben Kevan from Des Moines Buccaneers of the USHL. Ben, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm good. I'm just excited to be on Prospect Watch.
Yeah, man. We're excited to have you. Luckily, we could track you down. You've been busy over the summer, but for sure. But guys, let me get into it here. If you don't know who Ben is, let's do our little segment here, getting familiar, right, Steele?
You bet, man. Shame on you if you don't know who this young man is.
Right. If you don't, you soon will, for sure. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with Ben's game, let me tell you, he had a breakout rookie season last year in the USHL. I say that because not only did Ben manage to best all other rookies in total points with 57, but he also finished second among all rookies in the league in goal scoring as well, lighting that lamp 24 times last season, which, of course, led him to undoubtedly being named to the All-USHL Rookie Team. Now, enough about his accolades from last season. He's already getting started playing this season, and he's off to a great start as well. So, man, let's jump in and ask this young man some questions.
Oh, man, I think I'm ready to go, man. Ben, are you ready to go?
Yes, of course.
All right. Here we go. So we'll make this first one here real easy. That we just heard Lance talk about some of the impressive things that you did last season. But can you talk about what you feel like you had to do to get ready for this season? Like, what did you do over the summer to get ready for this season?
Of course, I had to stay in shape. You know, it was easy with having all the USA hockey stuff. Of course, national camp leading into Halinka tryouts in Minnesota. Then, of course, Halinka, just staying in shape. And then off the ice, just, getting stronger, trying to build more muscle. Being young in this league last year, some of my flaws were, of course, being like smaller, not nearly as built as guys older than me. So that was something I really worked on over the summer.
Okay, there you go.
Definitely. So speaking of Team USA and Halinka, can you speak a little bit about your experience there? Like, obviously, it was an honor to play for Team USA, but how was it getting to play for your country on that big stage?
Of course, as you said, it was an honor. I did it last year with the Five Nation team, and can't take it for granted, especially just being with like such a good group of guys. It was so much fun, and being able to play against guys my age and from all around the world. Really, it's eye-opening to see how much work I do need to have to become one of the tops of my year.
Yeah, man, I'll say, and congratulations on playing very well there at the Gretzky Cup. That was one of the things that we took notice to as well, I think. What do you think, Lance?
Oh yeah, I think he had a tournament for sure. Team USA came up a little short, but you can't fault them for trying, man. They fought hard. So
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. We were rooting, man. We were rooting for you guys for sure.
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
yeah, man. So, Ben, why don't you do me a favor and break down a regular game day routine for me, like pregame meal, take a nap. What's your pregame look like?
For me, I don't like to have a super set in stone schedule, just like, kind of some ways I like to do things, but we usually go to the rink at 10 for bucks here. We do a little re-rack, which is like we go over other teams like frequencies and things that they do really well, and some things that we can like um take use of, like things that they do poorly. And then after that, we all go back home. I'll usually take a nap and then wake up, shower, get dressed for the game, and then usually, last year I went to Chipotle. This year I'm still trying to find pregame meal that I like and something that I can stick to. So throughout the year, I'll kind of start trying to find something that I like. Maybe it'll end up being Chipotle again, but we'll see. And then yeah, just getting ready for the game. Get there, tape my stick, then dynamic warm ups, video, and just get onto the ice.
Awesome, man. That sounds like a pretty busy day, man.
I mean, yeah, but I love it, so don't want it any other way.
Is
There
that
you
a
go.
routine that you got to tape your stick like every game,
Yeah, I like taping first thing when I
fresh
get
tape
there.
on it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm kind of curious. What makes a kid from sunny California want to play hockey?
It was a lot of, just watching it on TV. My dad was a big, Claude Lemieux fan, out of all players, so,
Okay.
just he always was watching him, and when I was 4, I remember, pretty vividly just watching my first hockey game, and then, like, I begged my parents to go to the rink, and I was fortunate enough that we had just a skating rink, about 20 minutes away, and,
Okay.
so got there and then, met a coach that, a hockey coach for a little, A, B, and B league, and so got to get in touch with him and then just kinda ran with it from there.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now, you know, Californians are starting to come around in the NHL and stuff now. I mean, you got
Yeah.
Austin Matthews, you got
Yeah.
Cam York. How does it feel that, you could possibly be one of those influential players for kids in California to look up to in your sport and inspire some to play, the sport that you love?
I'm really excited about it, I love the sport of hockey and, in California, I think, more people were, shown it, I think a lot more people would love it, and that's just, like, something that I've always been super passionate about, like, when I played for Kings and we won, nationals, our coach was always talking about, like, how, like, we're gonna be one of those teams that, like, these younger, like, youth kids always can look up to and be like, "Wow, like, I wanna be like those kids," like, sticking all together, all from California still, and just, being able to do something special like winning nationals, and that's always been something I've always tried to strive for.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's definitely the way to go for sure. And being brought up and born in in that California culture, you know what I mean, and with your friends and family and everything. What was it like to be, stepping off the plane there in Des Moines, Iowa? You know.
It's actually a nice change. I really like it. It's a lot more, low key, a lot more laid back, there's not as much. I mean, for one, just traffic in general is a lot easier here. I mean, I know whenever I go back home and have to drive there, it's pretty bad, like a 10-mile drive will end up being like 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and it sucks. And out here, it's such an easy drive, and I love that type of stuff. And then, different weather out here, it's pretty cool. Last year, I didn't like first time living in snow, so I really enjoyed it. And so, yeah, it's just little things like that make me love it here.
All
All
right.
right, there you go.
So, you speaking of last year, you had the chance to play and learn from older guys like Ilya Protes and Liam Watkins. But this season, you most likely be called upon at some point to kind of show, rookies like Yaroslav, who just came over,
Mhm.
Brizgalov, and possibly Blake Zelensky, who will possibly join the team at
Yeah,
some point. He's in a similar situation that you were last season, being picked pretty high, and
yeah.
you know, coming into this new league where possibly you were the best of the best there, and now you're had to fight from the bottom and prove yourself all over again. So,
Yeah.
what words of wisdom or are you do you have for them, and are you going to like relish in that role and taking them under your wing like some of those other guys may have taken you under their wing?
Yeah, I'm excited. I already have a little bit out here. Just Curly always telling me how he wants me to be, a vocal point of the team, and really being able to help carry the load of being a leader. And so yeah, I'm excited to do it. Just some words of wisdom. I've already gave to Yaroslav, even though he probably doesn't understand me as much. It's just like the league, like this league's hard, and you can't look into it too hard and really beat yourself down for it. It'll come like you're a good hockey player, and just you got to trust the process. Same thing with Blake when he does come up. We'll let him know the same thing. Just like it's not going to be easy. You really got to grind through it.
Yeah, I hear his Yaroslav's English is getting better all the time, but
Oh yeah,
that's
definitely.
a whole different thing he's got to deal with too, for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. But he's a great kid, so he'll have no issue with it.
But the fact that you're reaching out to him, you know what I mean, and that's
Mhm.
something that somebody did for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and that's paying it forward. So that's always a really good thing. And speaking of having a really good thing, you've already had a great start to the season so far, with 2 goals and an assist already in 2 games played, and it's looking great. And have you set any goals for yourself for this season, or are you just looking to just take it one game at a time?
Yeah, just taking it one game at a time is the best I can do. I don't wanna look too far forward, especially, with the draft stuff. I don't wanna get too caught up in it. So I just kinda wanna, like, live and just play from game to game and just be the best me I can every day. That's all I can do.
Yeah,
Wise
man, I
words
tell
there,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, man, the hockey IQ is shining through here, man.
Thank you.
Okay. So to date, your lightning quick release and your goal scoring ability has drew a lot of people's attention, including ours, over the past year or so. But I think one of your most underrated parts of your game is your forechecking ability. When I see you in games, doing this, not too many guys your age are that tenacious, trying to regain that puck control. Um, you know, so I think a lot of NHL teams are going to become calling, obviously, for those other skills that we talked about, the goal scoring ability and all that. But this kind of thing is really what sets the great players from, just the good players at your age group. So can you tell us who instilled that in you, that drive that you have when you're chasing after that puck?
Curly does especially, but, it goes just as far as into youth. Ever since I played double A, just something that all my coaches always hit on was if you want the puck, you gotta get it back at some point. So why not do it in the offensive zone? So, you put it in and you gotta get it back somehow. So, you always wanna get it, you wanna get the puck. So, you know, just work hard to get it back and, good things will happen. Just it's always how I looked at it.
That's for sure, man. And some we think some good things are happening for you. I mean, you've committed to play for Arizona State. Is that correct?
Yep.
Oh man, all right. Now tell me, what was it about Sun Devils there that made you want to play for them?
Just the fact that their culture is fairly new and their coaching staff, is really committed to building up that program to be a blue blood program and be like a super storied program. And I'm really excited and I want to be a part of that. It was something that excited me. Of course, I think all the old, like all storied programs are all really cool. And I think they have their own shine to it, but there's something to me about the newer, quicker program that, really wants to build up something special and a coaching staff that believes in me as a player and me as a person to, help them build that story. Just really like made me excited and that's what really made me want to go there.
Wow, there you go. All right, cool.
You got to visit the
Mhm.
campus and all that good stuff?
Yep, over the summer, like 2 summers ago, and it was super nice, super pretty.
Cool. Yeah, they got a nice facility there for sure. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that'd be fun. All right. Well, finally, Ben, I would like to take time to kind of pretend for a moment that I'm a NHL executive. And
Mhm.
I just asked you to describe the kind of player that you are and why should I draft you over all the others on my list?
Mhm. So I'm just a high motor player, someone who will be willing to play any role that you guys need me to. I believe I'm a little bit of a Swiss Army knife as a player. I could play, as you saw with Holinka, I could be first PK, playing super well defensive situations out here at Bucks. You guys can see me be on first power play, do all that good stuff. So I think like whatever role a team needs me to be, like I could be that player, and that's what sets me apart from other guys.
Man, I'll tell you what, I'd have to agree for sure. And I would say that my last question for you, Ben, would be this. Who has inspired you to lace them up and go out there and skate and play hockey? Is it a family member or what's driving you, man?
To be honest, it's everyone involved. Like, just I've made it this far. Like, why stop now? It's kind of my mentality going into it. Just everyone that's been a part of my career so far, like, they all are pushing for me to, go to that next level. And like, I want to do it as much for myself as I do them. And just that's what, keep on continuing to push me and all that stuff.
I think that's pretty good, Lance. What do you think?
Yeah, man. Sounds like you got a good, smart hockey player who's a team player and willing to do whatever it takes to win. That's what I'm hearing, Steele. And I think this gentleman right here is going to have a great season. He already is off to a great start for the Bucks, and I think it'll all pay off in a couple of months this summer. I know he doesn't want to think about it now, but I've certainly been checking and looking on the mock drafts and been writing about this young man myself because he is pretty darn impressive. So all I got to say, Ben, is good luck to you and thank you so much for joining us on the show. Know that we will be watching all season long, and wish you all the best of luck after the season, getting drafted, and going to play D1 hockey in Arizona, of all places. A new hockey hotbed for sure.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
For sure, man. And we're definitely hoping that we can ring you up here in the near future and kind of catch up with you and just see how things are going,
Yeah.
maybe towards the end of the season. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
All right.
All right, that would be great, man. Because will definitely be keeping an eye on you, like Lance said, for sure. And we're looking forward to a great season for you. And Lance, thank you all very much for what you do. And we got a great show here for you, folks. And I'm your co-host, Ron SteelFlyers, and we will catch you all on the next episode of Prospect Watch.